Bill Gates was born in Seattle in 1955, a city known for its rainy days and innovative spirit. Even as a young boy, Bill stood out, not just for his thick glasses, but for his insatiable curiosity and the way he seemed to see the world differently from those around him. He grew up in a loving but fiercely competitive family, where board games were more than just fun. They were battles of wit and strategy, and everyone was expected to bring their best. His father, a successful lawyer, set high standards and encouraged debate at the dinner table, teaching Bill to think critically and defend his ideas. His mother, a teacher and business leader, inspired him with her dedication to education and her ability to lead both in the classroom and the boardroom. From the very start, Bill's parents nurtured his curiosity, filling their home with books, magazines, and lively discussions about the world. They believed that knowledge was the key to opportunity. Bill was a quiet, bookish child, often lost in the pages of thick books while other kids played outside. He devoured everything from encyclopedias to science fiction, always eager to learn more. His parents sometimes had to ban books at the dinner table just to get his attention, gently reminding him that there was a world beyond the printed page. Social situations were tough for him. He was shy and often felt out of place at parties or gatherings, but his mind was always racing, absorbing information at an astonishing rate and dreaming up new ideas. Recognizing his unique intellect and hunger for knowledge, his parents made a bold decision. They sent him to Lakeside, a private school with the resources and challenges he needed to thrive. At Lakeside, Bill remained the introspective thinker, often lost in thought as he walked the halls. But here, he would soon encounter something that would change his life forever. He discovered a new world, not of paper and ink, but of circuits and code. The school's computer lab became his playground, a place where his imagination could run wild. The world of computers felt like home to him, offering endless puzzles to solve and possibilities to explore. His early years of reading and contemplation had prepared him for this next adventure, giving him the tools to understand and shape this new digital frontier. The foundation was set for a journey that would not only reshape technology, but also the way the world connects and communicates. Bill's childhood curiosity, relentless drive, and willingness to think differently would soon find their perfect outlet in the world of computers. The stage was set for a revolution, and Bill Gates was ready to step into the spotlight. In 1968, Lakeside School made a bold move by purchasing a computer terminal, an oddity for most schools at the time, but a revelation for 13-year-old Bill Gates. For Bill, this machine was more than just a curiosity. It was a portal to a new world of possibilities. Bill was instantly captivated, spending hours experimenting and teaching himself BASIC. He wrote his very first program, a simple tic-tac-toe game that let users play against the computer, a small but thrilling achievement for a young mind. In the computer room, Bill met Paul Allen, a kindred spirit who shared his fascination with technology and the endless potential of computers. Bill was intense and focused, always eager to solve problems. Paul, on the other hand, was a visionary dreamer, constantly imagining what computers could become. Together, they spent countless hours exploring the machine's secrets, pushing its limits, and imagining a future no one else could see. Their curiosity was insatiable, and their energy seemed endless. Their friendship was forged in late-night sessions, endless debates, and the shared thrill of discovery. They challenged each other, learned together, and grew closer with every breakthrough. They even hacked the school's system, not for mischief but to learn more, to understand how things worked beneath the surface, and to test the boundaries of their knowledge. This hands-on obsession gave them rare expertise for their age, setting them apart from their peers and making them local legends in the school's computer room. More than a hobby, it was an apprenticeship for the future, a training ground where they honed skills that would one day change the world. Bill and Paul saw that computers could be personal, accessible, and transformative, dreaming of a day when everyone could have one. Their shared vision became the foundation of their partnership, uniting them in a common goal that would shape their lives. The long nights at Lakeside were the first steps toward a technological revolution, as they dreamed and worked while the world slept. They weren't just learning, they were preparing to change the world, driven by a sense of purpose and possibility. The journey from curious students to architects of the personal computer era had begun, fueled by friendship, ambition, and a shared dream. Their story was just getting started, and the world would never be the same. As teenagers, Bill and Paul wanted to build something real. They noticed cities used rubber tubes to count cars, with data processed by hand. Their idea? Automate it with a microprocessor. Trafodata was born, a device to read and analyze traffic data automatically. At just 15, Bill was already thinking like an entrepreneur. They built the hardware, wrote the software, and turned their school project into a business. They earned about $20,000, a fortune for two teens in the 1970s. But the real value was in the lessons, working with clients, managing projects, and learning from failure. A failed demo taught them humility and resilience. Trafodata wasn't a world-changing success, but it was a crucial stepping stone. It proved they could create real value together. Their partnership and business instincts sharpened. The thrill of building and selling a product fueled their ambition. Trafodata was the dress rehearsal for something much bigger. Microsoft was just around the corner. After high school, Bill went to Harvard, but his heart was in the computer lab, not the classroom. He spent countless hours surrounded by the hum of machines, captivated by the possibilities of software. While his peers focused on lectures and textbooks, Bill was already dreaming of a digital future. In 1975, Paul Allen showed him the Altair 8800, a personal computer that needed software. The moment they saw it, they realized this was their chance to make a mark on the world. Bill and Paul saw their moment. They promised MITS a basic interpreter before writing a single line of code. It was a bold move, fueled by confidence and a shared vision. Working feverishly, they delivered, and it worked on the first try. Microsoft was born, a name that would soon echo across the tech world. At just 20, Bill dropped out of Harvard, moved to New Mexico, and officially founded Microsoft with Paul. It was a leap of faith, but they were determined to shape the future. Their vision, a computer on every desk and in every home, seemed almost impossible at the time. But they believed in it with unwavering conviction. It sounded like science fiction, but Bill was certain, and every computer would need Microsoft software. He saw a world transformed by technology. The breakthrough came in 1980, when IBM asked Microsoft for an operating system. This was the opportunity that would change everything. Bill acquired QDOS, adapted it into MS-DOS, and licensed it to IBM, retaining the rights to sell it to others. This clever move would define Microsoft's future. This single decision set Microsoft on the path to dominance, outpacing rivals and rewriting the rules of the industry. Soon, nearly every personal computer ran Microsoft's operating system. The company's influence spread rapidly, reaching millions. The stage was set for the next innovation, Windows. This new interface would make computers even more accessible to everyone. Bill's boldness and business savvy had changed the industry. He was now a leader in a rapidly evolving world. Microsoft was no longer a startup, it was a powerhouse, attracting talent and driving innovation on a global scale. The personal computer revolution was underway, connecting people and ideas like never before. Bill Gates was at its center, guiding the movement and inspiring a generation of innovators. The world would never be the same, forever changed by the vision and drive of two young men who dared to dream big. As Microsoft grew, my leadership style became legendary, intense, demanding, and deeply involved. I reviewed every line of code, set a relentless pace, and expected excellence from everyone. Meetings were battlegrounds for ideas. I challenged my team to think harder and smarter. This culture produced innovation but also stress. Microsoft's success brought new challenges, software piracy and later antitrust lawsuits. My open letter to hobbyists demanded respect for software creators. The government's scrutiny in the 1990s tested both me and the company. Through it all, I remained fiercely competitive, believing our success was earned through innovation. The launch of Windows and Microsoft Office cemented our place in tech history. By 30, I was a millionaire. By 31, a billionaire. But my journey was far from over. By 2000, I'd achieved more than I'd ever imagined. Microsoft was a global giant and I was the world's richest man. But I felt a new calling to tackle humanity's biggest problems. I stepped down as CEO, launching the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation with Melinda. Our mission: fight disease, improve education, and reduce inequality worldwide. I approached philanthropy with the same intensity and data-driven mindset as business. The foundation invested billions in vaccines, saving millions of lives. We became a leading force in global health. When COVID-19 struck, we quickly pledged hundreds of millions to the response. I had transformed from tech titan to global philanthropist. My second act was about building a better world. The mission had only just begun. While building Microsoft and the Gates Foundation, I built a family with Melinda French. We raised 3 children striving for normalcy despite our wealth. Family grounded me even as my public life grew more intense. After 27 years, Melinda and I divorced in 2021, but continued our philanthropic work together. In 2024, Melinda left the foundation and I became its sole co-chair. I've become more open about my journey, my struggles with social awkwardness, my intense personality, and even my experimentation with LSD. I reflected that I might be on the autism spectrum, offering a new perspective on my story. Today, I'm in a relationship with Paula Hurd, starting a new chapter. My life is about more than technology and philanthropy. It's about love, loss, and growth. The journey continues, both personally and professionally. My influence now extends far beyond technology. I've pioneered a new kind of philanthropy, strategic, data-driven, and ambitious. The Gates Foundation, supercharged by Warren Buffett's $43 billion pledge, tackles global health and poverty at scale. I've invested personally in Alzheimer's research, inspired by my father's struggle. In 2016, Melinda and I received the Presidential Medal of Freedom for our work. My legacy shifted from ruthless tech founder to global statesman. I still advise Microsoft, but my focus is on solving humanity's toughest problems. From climate change to pandemic preparedness, I use my platform to advocate for smart solutions. I read voraciously, always learning and sharing knowledge. My story is now one of service and giving. I hope to inspire others to use their resources for good. The story of Bill Gates is still being written. In 2025, I'm focused on the future, sharing my lessons through memoirs and public speaking. My message: it's okay to be different. Your unique perspective is your strength. I transformed from a shy, awkward boy to a CEO, then a philanthropist. Success isn't a destination, it's a platform for doing more good. Success is a lousy teacher. It seduces smart people into thinking they can't lose. I never rest on past achievements, always learning, always seeking the next challenge. Whether it's climate change or global health, I believe in human ingenuity. My journey shows that anyone can make a difference, no matter how they start. From geeky kid to global icon, my story is an invitation. Believe in yourself, embrace your uniqueness, and never stop trying to change the world. The best chapters are yet to come.